were 40 tons of gold that disappeared, and the only way that would have disappeared would have been by U-boat. And as the documentation started to come in, and as I started to make some calls and to contact people, it turned out that a lot of that gold wound up in Macau, of all places. Now, for those listeners, Macau, of course, is right next to Hong Kong. It's in China. I've been in Macau a couple of times in the past. It's about an hour by hydrofoil from Hong Kong. A very strange little colony. It was a Portuguese colony until recently. So it's a very strange little town because it's Portuguese, but in the middle of China. Notorious, of course, for its casinos, which, as anyone knows, is a great way to launder money. So 40 tons of gold wound up in Macau. Of those 40 tons, it seems that a good portion of it went to China in the 1950s. Now, if you can imagine Nazi gold going into Mao's China in the 1950s after the Chinese Revolution, when Mao took over control of the country,
Mao Zedong was trained by a Skull and Bones project from Yale in China, and that communism essentially was an Illuminati project. So this all seems like to be the part of the New World Order, quote, attempted culling of the herd. Is that correct, or?
Well, it's impossible to deny that.
Now,
represents their debt to the world. They must also lie in coffins naked, and they must masturbate in front of the group. And while they do, they are asked by the senior members questions to reveal their innermost sexual secrets. When they go through that ritual called the cleansing, these initiates are given robes, and the robes represent their new identities in the order, as having a high purpose, as they put it. These individuals are knighted in a rebirth ceremony as agents of the crown, and they are called Knight X, and a member now of the Skull and Bones Order. The new members are then taken to the lower cavern basement of the tomb, and they are shown the artifacts of the order, as they are shown original Nazi memorabilia, a set of silverware that belonged to Hitler himself, dozens of skulls of their forefathers, the bones of Geronimo and other Native American chiefs, middle-aged coffins, and others. After that, they are to have their last initiation ritual, where they are introduced to an older member of Skull and Bones, who is always an old man, and he is the only full-time resident of the tomb, as he lives there also, until another takes his place, and he is called the Bones Whore. And what he does is that he sodomizes each new member in those lower basement areas, and then the new recruits leave far more messed up than they came in. When Bonesmen become full members, they are given honors, top jobs, rewards, and every door is open to them. They receive as graduation presents $15,000 and a grandfather clock and a future wedding gift. Each member must always, when required, must sacrifice for the good of the order, as they put it, and each member is guaranteed financial security for life, and in this way the order can control the members to ensure they will feel secure with them and never betray or sell their secrets away, as they don't have to worry about money and making a living for it, but the price is your soul.